Alright, this is a theory video. This is a theory video. Okay, they've shown you Resident Evil, and they've shown you Avitar. Both was making a cloning lab, but one of them showed you possession, like in Aliens, that worm was inside the guy. That's what Dennis ejected from himself, Glenn Howerton, in Fargo. Okay. Dogma, two fallen angels in Wisconsin, now headed for Jersey. The Devils surfing Ben Gravy, because he's got the one-eyed pirate, and the pirate's a one-eyed devil, you see. And so, before Wisconsin, you had that 70s show, Pinky and the Brain. The Brain, Red Foreman, Pinky, Kelso, Schlongdong. Yeah, that's right, big Schlongdong. Dogma, indeed. But if they're having an argument, at some point Janine's going to tell him to shut up. But there's going to be a power struggle with her and Sarah Silverman of the control of the Witches' Coven of Eastern New York. Jon Stewart has long since shut up at this point. Ben Affleck has his hands folded in his lap, and it's Janine Garofalo and Sarah Silverman saying how we're going to do this shit, guys. What is it, 9/11? Yeah, there's a fucking, there's a cross right there. That's also put the Lord on the cross. That's the pyramid right there as well, because they put the Lord on the cross. X marks the spot, because a pyramid is an X from the top, or a plus, depending on if you're diamonding. If you diamond the pyramid from the upper view, then the plus, then the cross becomes a plus. That's right. And so these are runish druid symbols. We're getting back to paganism, occultism, which the Jewish mystics get from John MacArthur's family, the pastor from Sun Valley. That's right. You gotta let the Jersey Devils off at some point. You gotta say it comes back to Sun Valley, California. Yeah. You want to get the hell, baby, you come to the valley, motherfuckers. Yeah, you come to my town. FFF, fight for freedom, they tattooed on the walls, or graffitied on the walls. FFF, fight for freedom, 666. And so the Avatar, my neighbor Zoltan Crow, who looks to be Leonardo DiCaprio, or his progenitor, or the child that they psychically abused and took his seed from, Zoltan, because he's a Hungarian French-Canadian. Yeah, he's a Hungarian French-Canadian. Sorry, I kind of silent my G's up a little bit. I mess up my G's when I say Hungarian. Yeah, that's right. And so, like, Bavarians, Bavarians, and Bulgarians. Yeah, Bulgarians, Hungarians. You gotta go to Christmas in Poland, because you gotta have a Festus Pole for the rest of us, because if you got a Poland, well, that's a real kielbasa indeed, guys. It's a real kielbasa. But Copenhagen is a blue helmet, because you gotta have a blue condom on the top of the thing, or the head gets blue at some point. I don't know what they're doing with it, or what they're working with over there in the moons of Europa, the moon globes of Europa. I'm not sure what they're doing, guys. Hey, yo, I think Rodney Dangerfield came out and they called his ass Chernobyl. Oh, shit. He was nuclear reactive. He was nuclear reactive. Whoa. Put him in the space bar. He'll fit right in the Star Wars bar. Yeah, that's right. So would Jurgen. Yeah, that's right. He did. It was called the Red Lion in Silver Lake. It was full of French, Canadian, Germans. Former Nazis, get it? Anyway, these dudes were spaced. That's right. You want to do Dangerfield, you just got to go into the Dangerfield, baby. You can't back off. Comedy gold. Glows like hot white fire. Hot white fire, it's grease. It's a grease pit. Anyway, they sold me the slime pit. They sold me the slime pit with my He-Man doll. I think I was supposed to jump in with them. Anyway, I filled it full of gravel. Anyway, yeah. Thought I can get a job with Ben Gravy that way. Yeah, anyway. Anyhow. Anyway. Hey. Alright, so I'm watching Pirates of the Caribbean, One-Eyed Pirates, Pineapple Express, Pancravy, New Jersey Devils, damn, Wisconsin, Fred Foreman, Pinky and the Brain, Kelso, Cherry, Pee Wee Herman, Satyr Satan. Devil made himself avatars and he runs Hollywood. But the angels got him too, probably. Well, because, hey, it's a fair deal. Okay, this one gets this suit and goes down in there. This one gets this suit and comes down in here. God walks in the kingdom of man. Hey, spirit. The devil goes a little more technical, maybe. Or maybe he just uses that as an allegory for how he possesses people and, gets a child, like Esau. Like, that child comes out of the womb as one of those childs. So that's the portal. It's created up there. Maybe it's heaven may have the laboratory. It's all technical. There ain't nothing new under the sun. God preferred the iPhone 6S. He's like, no, this one fits in my hand good. Just keep the 6S. We're good with that. Exactly. The devil wanted a big phone and a small phone. He couldn't be happy. He wasn't happy with anything, and shit, he fell. Anyway, his success was perfect. Anyway, that's what I'm using right here. Anyway, that's right. And so they come down like Avatar. They're showing you. And so they walk in this earth, but not all are the same. Like, remember the T-2000 unit? Oh my gosh, the T-1000, the T-2000 unit. Anyway, Transformers, guys. Oh, but it's like a... Remember, they called themselves sexually fluid. Remember, the T-2000 was fluid. Imagine if that thing got fluid like that. That would turn into, this is the end with Jonah Hill. Yeah, that was the end for Jonah Hill in that movie, that's for sure. That thing got solidity. Solidity. Well, solidity, then salinity. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Back to the slime pit again. Back in the slime pit. And, yeah, that's right. And so... And that's a bad seed in tea. That's a bad fish right there. Yeah, that's right. And so that's the fallen ones mating with the ones from Earth and mixing, miring their steel with clay, miring the riddle of steel, mixed with clay. It doesn't stand right and it comes out wrong. Or they have chimeras, but they have magical abilities or something demonic abilities. Demonic. Grandma's boy game, yeah. They have demonic abilities. My grandma was Grandma Swanson on Bel Air Avenue too, yeah, the Swedish baker. With a bowl of what they called nigatoes. And I said, Grandma, why do you have those? I said, because she said, it was an old joke. I was like, it didn't sound right. Yeah, it didn't sound. This was a kid. This was a conversation from a little child and his grandma. Yeah, she passed away a long time ago. They voted for Tom Bradley. They did. They voted for Tom Bradley. Ronald Reagan. That's right, Ronald Reagan. I think they did. Maybe they didn't. Yeah, maybe they didn't. God knows, not me. The voting booth is private. The voting booth is private. Oh yeah, then they come out way too hairy and they're Canadian. So he's got a hairy Canadian star on his chest here or something. No, it's Quaddle. Quaddle comes out of his stomach like in Total Recall. But then they're also hairy Sasquatches, from Saskatchewan. Canadians are aliens, Palladians, comedians for sure. Oh, they're funny as fuck. Don't get them near your lady. Full fucking... She's in the vortex. It's pulling her in. Psychic vampires. Magnetism. Get it? Reverse the fields. Reverse the poles. Oh, gosh. Magnetism. It was scientific with these angels. Jason Lee. What about Stan Lee? Stanley Lieber. Stan Lee. Yeah, Stanley Lieber became Stan Lee. But then the guy from Emergency changed his name when he got married, see. That kind of rang a bell for me because Emergency connects me to DeSoto and Plummer. Christopher Plummer is the bad guy from Dragnet. In my life, that was John MacArthur, who built a hexagon church the year I was born, and I drowned in a pool when I was 2. I was later baptized in his pool waters. Yeah, for the first time. You fell into time, guys. You fell back. Remember, there's like a BC and an AD. The AD's counting up, but the BC counted down, see? But then at some time you started counting up. You fell when you killed the Lord. Apocalypto. Ooh. Gaucho grill style. The cross. Cursed is he who hangs from a tree. I have one of these. It's I think it's a KMA Mac 11 Airsoft. Yeah, and it's fully metal and nice. It has some plastic, but it's nice. I have 2 clips in the silencer. Yeah, I got 2 clips in the silencer. I was gonna pawn it, but I was like, nah, once you pawn that thing, you don't get it back. You know what I'm saying? Once you pawn shit like that, you don't get it back. I didn't go to the pawn route this time. So no, didn't take the pawn route. Pawn stores, not a good deal. Have you seen pawn stores, pawn stars, porn stars? Have you seen all this stuff? God, because they turn your ass out in there. It's a demonic thing. You're giving power over to these devils. Who do dirty dealings. You're dealing with a dirty dealer. No, it's not too big of a sin, but still, you're not getting a good deal. They put you in a bad situation, and then you become a Chris Rockhead. That's right. You go to the Chris Rockhead, went to the pawn shop at some point, ended up in Hollywood. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, like, he started out. Fuck it. Fuck the cup, put it in my hand for a dime. Yeah, that's right. He was broke as shit. And it was real. It was really real. That's right. So they get you in Hollywood. Oh, then what do they look like outside of the avatars? Deleted scenes, guys. Deleted scenes. Indeed, deleted scenes. Yeah, that ladies, that's what you've been falling for. That's what you've been falling for, ladies. Exactly. Those great romantic devils that turn you out. Inside them exists this. His right eye is darkened. See, his right eye is darkened. He shows himself, see? Real deal. Awesome deleted scenes, they said. But which one would he be? I don't know. Probably this guy. He looks like he'd fit the suit. He looks like he'd fit the suit. He's like, how do you see that? It's based on his head shape. Ah, but Red Foreman's, that's quite a brain on that guy. That's quite a brain on Red Foreman. He's one of the ones from, Attack from Mars. What's that? The Rams, if you respell it. Yeah, that's right. The Rams are back in L.A. The guys from Wisconsin got on the bus over in St. Louis, and they followed him back. No, it was already here. They're all over, guys. They're all over the scene. Okay, so the triune, the triple point of water causing the poles, freezing us out, the great freeze, waiting for the ice age. You've been living in it, assholes. You ever been to Wisconsin? Ever seen Fargo? It looks fucking pretty frozen to me. Anyway, how the hell do you survive one of those winters? Why would you want to? Well, maybe from another planet. Yeah, exactly. If you're from another planet, that shit's good for you. You know? Anyway. Speaking of that, Orlando Coffee. Yes, Orlando Coffee. Because when they brought me into that show about Gary Cole being a detective, but later it was ASI, and they kept bringing me to all these shows. One time the guy was on the same page of the Bible as me. But the last time I went, it was about the prodigal son, 90210, and the Sisters show. Yeah, the cloning lab of Burbank, the Resident Evil fucking experiment of the hospitals, or this system for the devil, okay, or the fallen angels, or even the good angels to come in and do the battle, or however it went, however it works for who. I don't think God needs it, he just comes in. Anyway. Full power. Yeah, Rufus. Full Rufus. Yeah, full Rufus. He didn't need a cloning lab or nothing like that. These other ones, yeah. Maybe they all come in that way. More Terminator style. They show that in Return to Castle Wolfenstein, so maybe Madonna's got to be present when they come in. Yeah, exactly. Maybe there's different gatekeepers, you know, the gate, oh, you want to bring one in? Well, then you got to go see Madonna and fucking Pee Wee Herman, Ellen DeGeneres. That's right, you got to go see one of them if you want to bring one in, you know. Anyway, or you want to make a new one? Oh, you got to talk to fucking Kathy Bates. No, she's a Terminator. She's a Terminator indeed, anyway. Waste depository. Yeah, they have a dump and everything, that's right. Chew up the kids. Anyway, chew the fat, they call it. They call it chewing the fat. They went and chewed the fat with Kathy Griffith. Anyway. You get it? Anyway. There was some bone in it, too. There was some bone in it. Anyway, okay. So, despite all that, so a cloning lab, fallen angels, or just coming through the portal of born people, and that child is like a devil. Though all things can be made new. Even, Loki and his friend could be healed. Remember, they're like, there's a chance, guys, yes. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, that's right. Anyway. Or maybe free fall, freely rise. Find the eye of the needle. Be made whole and beautiful. Everything that you wanted to be and what's trying to get can be given to you if you turn around and change course all the way. Because God is merciful. And he says, all things will be made new. And no souls are lost. But does some choose to go to the bottomless pit? Well, hey, choices are choices. Choices are choices. The windows are the stairs, right? The windows are the stairs. They said, and I'm going to get you, sucker. Hillary Clinton, the Clintons. We're President Clinton. Remember the Simpsons? They'd pull their heads up and there was aliens inside of them. Exactly. What if the alien was smaller, though? And it would just come out, it would go on the bridge, there's a bomb in the toilet. That's right, because then it can go down the drain and sneak away through its fucking super subway system. That's right. Full little, remember the little guy from Transformers? The little fucking, turns into a radio and shit, possesses the other ones and shit, causes the whole shit. The little devil, yeah, the little devil. Danny DeVito. Anyway, what are you hosting, Danny DeVito? He's hosting Saturday Night Live this week. He's been on it every week. The same guy. Anyway, yeah, how did I see that one? They host the Glaroon Worm. It's the Glaroon Worm. How did I find that? By looking at John MacArthur, but then it took me to MacArthur Park, but Langer's Deli, but I got there through Gematria by looking up the devil, and so I took the back door, but I already been there through the front door anyway, because I tried to go to those stupid churches that made me feel like I was going to hell. So when I saw it coming into Gematria, and then all their signs on their logos and everything, and in their own words that deny the scripture and like totally twist everything and start taking to the mark of the beast microchip and everything. And it's like, no, this guy's a hack clown. And so, yeah, so it's all there. A Brahma witch, a Brahmian witch, the Brahmian system. Brahma bullshit. Yeah, Brahma bullshit. The Taurus system, the horns, Islam. Catholic Church too, right? Didn't they make them? Or who made who? Who made who? Who made who? Who made you? They've been having a holy war, the Catholics and the Muslim, but which one made which one? I was told a third of heaven fell in Nigeria when they turned their back on the Lord. Well, the way I took it was that, or maybe in heaven, it's called Nigeria in this situation, and then they became Muslims. Yeah, because they fell for Kaaba Bathsheba. Lesbos Island. Yeah, they went to Lesbos Island anyway, and it became their god. Anyway. It was a fallen stone. Sharon Stone was a bit of a fallen stone. Anyway, yeah, see, sometimes just because they say fallen stone doesn't mean everything in every realm. There's different realms of nature, kingdom, the plant kingdom. Okay, so how did the devil fall in the plant kingdom? Which tree is it? They show it. The Lord saw the devil falling like lightning. So at the beginning of the Pirates of the Caribbean, they show the wicked Disney castle, the pirate castle of Disney. And then they show the desolate road and a desolate tree that Jesus has cursed and it will bear no fruit on the side of the road. Satan strikes the tree like lightning and it blooms into an oak tree. The Christmas tree is a tall cedar of Lebanon. That one's allowed to, it has a purpose. It makes the lawyer's paper and little kid stuff to draw on. Yeah, it makes paper, the tall cedars of Lebanon. It makes furniture and a lot of other things. But that's the Christmas tree, the tall cedars of Lebanon. God uses that at Lebanon as a buttress against you. So all our forests have tall cedars in it now. So they're kind of off limits. Yeah, you can go camping for a week, but it's kind of like a spooky thing. Yeah. Anyway. But the oak is the one the lightning hit, and it was desolate, and it bloomed back. That's what they're showing you in Disney. The big oaks. Glen Oaks. Glen Oaks. Right there's Zanku Chicken on the corner of Glen Oaks and Burbank and the border town. There's a few other things on the border there. So Glen Oaks. The border of Glen Oaks and Burbank takes you to the doctor's house of Burbank. So you're getting to the doctor now, Doctor of Death. And he had a pet cemetery. He had a wicked cemetery, just like in the movie Pet Sematary. It's the doctor of Burbank there. I don't know if that was Dr. Burbank's house or Doctor Who, Doctor whatever. It's just a spooky little haunted house ritual site that goes up into the mountains there. But the mountains also go down. You went down under the haunted house in the Disney show because that's where the treasures are. And so like the Behudens, I would not be surprised if their house goes deep into that mountain because they know that it's something buried under thousands of years that have crystallized and turned to rocks at this point. And although it's just all a bunch of William Shatner. It's all on top of a bunch of William Shatner. All of LA is William Shatner. They called it Bandini Mountain because the lady who owned the whole thing was called Arcadia de Stearns Bandini, and she ran those bulls all over this thing. Layered it. Pretty soon you don't even see the iPhone. Yeah. Pretty soon you wouldn't even see the fuck. If she ran those things for thousands of years, she could cover the fucking entire U.S. Bank building downtown with bullshit. A mountain of bullshit. Bandini Mountain. How did they scoop that bullshit so high? They had a way. You just keep running that bull up the mountain and feeding it fucking... Well, it had the worm inside of it. First of all, it had a tapeworm that's making it like sick. And so then they're just feeding it. And then the bull just keeps shitting. And so it's like a shit farmer. Yeah, manure farmer. A manure farmer. People sell manure. Some people breed cows for milk. Some people breed cows for shit. I think they figured that one out a long time ago because you just make the fucking thing sick with the fucking worm. And so, yeah, exactly. And feed it tequila. Feed it fucking Del Taco. Yeah, they fed the cow tacos. Anyway, that's how they did it. It was unholy food. They fed the cow himself. Oh, my gosh. I think I'm sick, said the cow. Anyway. 1%, 2% milk. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so LA was Bandini, Arcadia Bandini, and so Arcadia, the Arboretum, that's your island of Mephisto right there, and all his special little birds and shit, concoctions. Here's little fucker. He's V because the guy fucks. The guy fucks, exactly. Oh, girls go wild when you got long hair. It's true. It's true. They start moaning and doing, you grow your hair long and they start moaning at you. And then, like, you cut it and they start laughing at you. It's like, what the hell happened there? And shit, yeah. Anyway, it takes about 2 weeks for you to remember your short hair looks good, too. Then they start liking your short hair again, too. But then when you first get the haircut, they're like, look at him, he got a haircut. Yeah. Because why? They're on some other shit. Yeah, they're on some other fallen shit. Yeah, full on fallen beings like this. And so they look like that in the Avatar, some of them. And it's, yeah, behind the scenes. I don't know what they got into. Transformers more than meets the eye. Or they enter the Matrix or whatever, the Stargate. And then inside the Stargate they have that. But then outside the Stargate their body has that spirit. I don't know what they do. I don't know exactly, but they've shown, okay, Jack Parsons is Marvel. He invented his fucking science in a satanic ritual at the Devil's Gate Dam on the 210 freeway where they play Frolf there, where we used to go with Sal Licata, who looked like the dying Stringfellow Hawk. Yeah, but the resurrected Wendy, the Phoenix Stringfellow Hawks looks like Wendy a little bit. Yeah, but maybe not. Who knows? Who's who? She's a big lass. And so maybe they faked it with him and he went the other way on you guys. And then they're willing to say that he died. And so they became murderers by that. So if Stringfellow Hawk faked his death to transform in an era when it wasn't okay for people to pull a full fucking Caitlyn, or they were too ashamed to pull a Caitlyn, so they faked their death, pulled a Caitlyn, guess what? They committed murder because they made a little child cry who was their fan. And so every time a person in Hollywood faked his death, he became a fucking soulless murderer. And the devil convinced them to kill their character off, fake their death, join Hollywood. By doing so, every time they killed their character, they were a murderer. For your motivation to think that you murder your brother is to murder your brother. It's better to just to say it sometimes. Yeah, it's better just to go out. If you feel like to say fuck that guy, it's better to just say fuck that guy. Exactly. But to have these evil thoughts and stuff. Yeah, exactly. So you become a murderer when you fake your death or kill off a character or transform. At least so Caitlyn, he was a champion. Unless he was just transforming and he's a Bothi, and then that's just a gypsy's trick. Yeah, it's just a sand wizard's trick. Fucking full fucking Daphne polish, Azrael Esty right there. Yeah, that's right. He's got to gloss up his lips. Full transformations. Anyway, the fluidity could be terrorism, Janine Garofalo. That's true. Fluidity could be terrorism. So could lying and taking part in 9/11. So could lying and taking part in 9/11 with Bill Gates and Microsoft Flight Simulator, the French-Canadian Hellfire, something called Skull and Bones. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. The Occult, Ruderalis, Cheech and Chong. Oh yeah, Chong, he showed back up in Wisconsin's on that 70s show with fucking Red Foreman. Maybe he's a pinky. Or was Donna? Donna was Pinky. Which was Pink? It was Donna. Red Foreman was the brain. Why? Because only Donna had more than Kelso. Transformers, more than meets you. More stees. More stees I'm talking about. Triangulation. Trident. Trident come. Trident come. Fallen angels knowing more about chemicals, food, and what they do to the human mind. How to cause a grenade joke like Ichigai. You have to well craft that thing. Sometimes the ingredients don't go off for 10 years. Guar Gum. The band Guar Gum, Trident. The logo for Trident is almost the same like Mega Control Systems or Nabisco. Mega Control System has a Department 666. It's designed like the game Doom. They brought me in there, and I believe these assholes of the devil with those avatars used it to do 9/11. And the U.S. Air National Guard Cyber Recruiting Center, just like in Transformers, here at Van Nuys Woodley Park by the cricket ground, and the South African, because aliens are also South Africans too. Canadians, South African, anything from a weird-ass place that talks weird, an alien feels good fitting in as a Russian. I am Canadian. You know what I mean? You sure you're from this fucking planet, asshole? Exactly. Hungarians, indeed. Hungarians. Bizarre Aryans, above Bavarians, anyway. Ah, you gotta love the Bohemians. Ah, you gotta love your Bohemian Rhapsody indeed. Bohemian, it was Rap City. It was Rap City through Bohemia. It was Rap City. It was it was brothers. It was brothers in there. It was Rap City, Chris Rock. You guys were Germans too. Yeah, yeah. You guys were the whole thing anyway. No. He's like, hey, imagine that. We get it all. We get it all, guys. Hey. Thought that was Ben Gravy for a second anyway. The Jersey Devils. Pineapple Express. The One-Eyed Pirate. Sex Traffic, Hawaii. The Tulsi Spice for Obama. The Vishnu. Chocolate Thai. Ain't the same as Michoacan. No, it ain't the same as Michoacan. Detroit Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Old Michoacan. Yeah, what happened to old Michoacan there, Rufus? It's all chocolate Thai these days. And massage parlor bukkake. Oh, yeah, and they're on the dating apps, too. And the dating apps, yeah. Quick pleasure. Give them quick pleasure. They'll keep pushing the button like rats, and they'll never get out of the cage, motherfuckers. Not everything on the internet's healthy. Not every... You don't have to be on the internet, though, to push that button every time. No, that's right. Some of us have a more creative mind. We don't even make it out of bed. Anyway, it's the safest place to be. That's right. Anyway. That's right, Atlantis. That's right. The lost city of Atlantis. That's where James Franco likes to smell his herbs. The lost city of Atlantis. The Bermuda Triangle. Cheech was a diver too. Cheech was a diver. Diver's colors. Diver's colors. Oh yeah, so then the Phoenix Rising was built at the Hanson Dam. John MacArthur's church is a hexagon. Okay, Dogma, Fallen Angels, the Christian Church, John MacArthur, Gary Cole, Joseph Robinette Biden. Yeah, that guy wants to be your president. Anyway, biding his time. He's very gray, though. He's very gray to me. He's very gray. He's one of the grays, actually. So... He's a touchy-feely guy, though. He's a very touchy-feely guy. And then, so Zoltan, he is a Leonardo DiCaprio progenitor. Or he is Leonardo DiCaprio, because that boy's Hungarian and French-Canadian. Yes, so... The hunter, the Rhodesian, the South African, likes to build forts and shoot blowguns. And yeah, blowguns. Dragon art. All the rocks in the mountains have faces on them. Crystal Dragon Balls. He stole it from the Last Grenadier. This thing started when I searched... What did I search? I forget, but it came up with that too. It started with this. I have Michael D. Conway on the search right now. He was Ray from Seinfeld. Remember Ray and Rava? That's a couple aliens right there, if you ever seen it. Yeah, you gotta, that's right, Kevin Smith. You gotta keep a mental note sometimes. Rava and Ray. Because that guy didn't work for 20 years now, and then he came back with a fucking career and shit. It's like, what happened? Where was Ray the whole fucking time? Where the fuck was Daniel LaRusso in between the two fucking Karate Kid fucking filmings and shit? Because it looks like his skin has fucking got some... tanning marks or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he's unhealthy. Maybe he was just hanging out in Winnetka because that tweak is unhealthy for sure. Oh, over in Winnetka, where Misdemeanor hangs out at 6:30 at Silly's. Yeah, that shit is unhealthy for your skin. So I would recommend staying in New York, Tina Fey. Exactly. Don't go to Winnetka at 6:30 a.m. That would be unhealthy. Orlando Coffee. Coffee's from Florida. Yeah, that's right. Coffee's from Florida. To the guys from South Park, good to see you guys too. Good to see you guys too. Anyway, the guys from South Park. You know, Flight of the Conchords. Anyway, that's half of it. That's half the equation. Revenge of the Nerds. Oh, hairy ass fucking Robert Carradine, Kane Carradine, Kill Bill, Bo Burnham, Bill Burr's Red Foreman's fucking son. He's another fucking Palladian alien. Likes to have a racial draft in your face. You didn't see him commentating next to Dave Chappelle. Mudbutt, I think I found the cow. The golden cow, the sacred cow, Dave Chappelle, Mudbutt. The sacred cow has Mudbutt. That's right. Flushes himself down the toilet when he's on crack. Why? Because he had the Glaroo. He was the Glaroon worm, was Dave Chappelle. That's why he flushed himself down the toilet. That's how he gets away. Oh, back in the fucking Shangri-La. What's that? Well, the Japanese Empire built a fucking beautiful Japanese garden here in Van Nuys. It's got all the kabuki theaters and everything inside. There's a special tea hut where I think Edward James Olmos shows up every Sunday and does the samurai sword presentation to Little Dicky. And yeah, exactly. Jews got mixed up in all the Eastern religions and shit and thought it was cool. It was fun to play samurai. They didn't realize that they were playing their oppressor captors, and yeah. Great job, guys. You joined the Bavarian Illuminati. You became above Aryans. Get it? Super Nazis. Ubermenches. You became Ubermenches. Yeah. Jay-Z's a big Ubermensch. Anyway. Jacques Chirac. Oh, 9/11. Lyndon Baines Johnson's from fucking Vietnam to 9/11. French Hellfire. Lyndon Baines, Batman, the Bobman, Jacques fucking Chirac, suck a fucking cock. Jay-Z, put that fucking bottle deep down your throat. Pretend you're the guys who killed Jay-Z, but no, not Jay-Z, Jimi Hendrix, because that's who you serve. And so that's what you're selling, is that bottle of Chirac that they shoved down his throat because they were jealous of him. And so there you go with your fucking stupid Illuminati gold chains and your assholes wide open as shit still remained the same until the day the dollar died. Ah, the day the earth stood still was a beautiful day. 20 minutes. The sun stood still. It was a long day. Man. I went surfing afterwards, and I lasted like 2 feet. I got like 2 feet. I was like, yes! I surfed 2 feet. No, I actually made a good turn. I was like, made a nice turn. I was like, oh, I got a turn in. I felt it. I felt the power. I felt the thrust. Yeah, I've never had it. It was usually just like a little like, whoa, shoot out in front one time. No. This time I got a nice turn in. And then I wobbled and fell. But it was good enough on the day the earth stood still. Anyway, the sun will be darkened. And you'll see that the true heavens were right above. Yeah, the true heavens are right above. Everyone's free to return home. Everyone's free to return to their natural homes. The Egyptians will scatter from the city, and so they won't be living on a big shit collection tank, and that's all it was. It was the nuclear bomb of the century. Rome and the fallen angels were run by Satan. They collected your shit since the beginning of time. And at the end of time, they were going to set the shit off on you and kill you with a fucking big dookie bomb out the sewer. You ever seen a fucking chocolate waterfall? What if that toilet just kept overflowing and didn't stop, and so did your neighbors, and they just kept on going? Where are we going to go, guys? You ever heard of the molasses flood? Oh, gosh, that would be a lot worse. Molasses would be a sweet way to drown. Yeah. At least your last thing you taste was molasses. I loved a good molasses cookie. Oh. Molasses cookies are, oof, but they're very fatty. Oh, molasses cookies are very fatty, indeed. But a shit cookie and a shit fucking flood, a hot shit flood, because they used a molten chemical fucking reaction like a reverse thermite that fucking doesn't melt things up. It fucking bubbles them up like that. It's called elephant toothpaste, and it was a friend from our little spooky Nigerian fucking monkey brain eating friends. Yeah, you know, the little fat ones, you know. Yeah, exactly. There's all kinds of slave masters and hunters in this world. Spooky magicians, Barbadians, Palladians, Canadians, Haitians, Hellfire, Persians, Parisians, Prussians, Russians, Yugoslavians. Hungarians, Romanians, Transylvania, Transformers, Transsexuals, Transistors, Trans-Ams, baby. Trans-Ams. Firebirds, Phoenix Risings. Yes. Yes. Christopher Walken, the Walking Dead, motherfucker. That's right. A walk-in closet. Narnia, motherfucker. Enter the Matrix. Or is it just the Matrix of the Taint Diaries? Because the walk-in closet was another man's skin, Buffalo Bob. And to pop the top and do a little Golgotha, skull and bones, take the big gulp, meant you had to go to school and learn how to Hannibal Lecter a motherfucker, George Bones, and to plug in the socket with the rocket was that one-eyed Ben Gravy, Ben Gravy. Yes, one-eyed Willie indeed came from a Willie. That's not what you're supposed to do with a cigar. You're supposed to light the end and make smoke come out of it. Yeah, you're supposed to light the end. I guess he lit it afterwards, and it was like spicing it just right. He smoked a vagina, literally. Oh my God, Bill Clinton's a dirty boy, a dirty boy. Well, he was, because he was Elvis Presley, and that's the only reason a man would walk around pulling his penis out and thinking it was okay, because he was trained since a child to pull his penis out, and they would fall on their knees and, well, worship said penis. And he's like, baby, it's me, it's Elvis. She's like, no, you're Bill Clinton. No, it's me, baby. Look, it's me, baby. Don't you recognize? It's got the mole on it. Yeah, that's right. And it's the mole anyway. Check the toilet when fucking Bill Clinton dies, because Elvis shitted when he died because the fucking worm came out and he went back into another suit. It was another Elvis suit, but this one had a different haircut. Yeah, it was a different haircut. He was changing suits since he was a child. Look, I got pictures of this one. We're not the same person at all. No. He just played his same music on the fucking Arsenio Hall show to show you. You're a bunch of fucking doinks. You're a bunch of doinks. Living. You thought you were all the big Jews. Nah, you're a bunch of doinks. You didn't see what was going on. It was alienation the whole fucking time. The lepers love Topanga Canyon Beach because they have a fucking acting Greek theater thing in the canyon there, and they can live like gypsy trailer rats and shit. Yeah. And then they all caravan down to the beach on the weekend in their fucking $1 million Jeeps or their $10 fucking Volkswagens. It doesn't matter. They're all the same crew. Yeah. And then they get together on the beach. You can tell it's full alienation, but they got their hair on, their skin suits, dry suits, wetsuits. They got a wetsuit over their dry suit. Yeah, that's right. But then they're in their wetsuit under the dry suit. It's a full Russianistic doll. So you got to get to the nucleus with these ones, right? Nacho Libre. Yeah. Oh, he's got the hair lip. Joker's got the hair lip. Hitler had the hair lip. And so there was a genetic breeding program with these ones. And the dragon mark, Charlie Sheen said he's got dragon blood. That's right. Boom. Not that I judge the youth. I don't blame the youth. You can't blame those who came out from that system. But God knows what's done. The angels knows what happens next and who's who. All things can be cleaned up, presto, changeo with God. He can flash it with light and clean it right up. Yeah, exactly. Secrets and lies is the big one. Yeah, secrets and lies. And then crossbreeding angels and humans. That's another. Oh, so then you got Shiva, the destroyer. Ah, no, that's Kali. Kali with the fangs. Hey, Kali right there. Hey, Kali. Kali's a vampire. That's right. Didn't she play a vampire in Dusk Till Dawn? Hey, Kali's a vampire. So Hinduism worships a vampire, and they manifest it in Dusk Till Dawn. Why? Because Mexican Indians come from the same fucking lineage as the Hindu Indians, but they're actually just Germans at the same time. That's why Rudy spoke German, assholes, and he didn't speak Spanish because he was an Indian from Germany. Oh, yeah, Chong, where you been? King Kong, Kong, Chong. Anyway, I don't want to tease the guy's name, but I'm not sure he's from parts unknown. That's for damn sure. Anyway, yeah. Kevin Smith, the dogma of Asriel. He was a skater, a photographer, he was a philanthropist, he was a pianist, he was a politician, he gave people pap smears, he was a pope, he was a progressive pop artist. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, he liked pop rocks, and I don't know. Anyway, he was a talented individual. Hey, maybe he just is a talented man. I don't know. Playing a role in that movie because you're working with something with a higher level. Maybe there's only two. There's only like two, and then a few more came in to do the thing, and they just deceived everyone through this psionic energy. The Space Needle. They got you to build the Sauron and visit it. You can have lunch at Sauron. It's great. Come to Sauron's. Got a reservation at Sauron's. Just this guy won't be your maitre d'. This guy won't be your maitre d' today at Sauron's. Anyway. The psionic energy is too high in this one. Ah, the Scion, the Toyota Scion. No, they're just Scions now. They're just Scions. It's its own brand now. It's breaking off. It's breaking off. Psionic energy, the harp, the Tesla, the death ray, the scanners make them pop. The smart meters are repeaters, boosters for the signal, so they can scan to that. It scans you, it scans back to that, and then it scans that back that way right there. Frequencies, you hear words in tones and signals. You have receivers right here built in. Your hairs pick up frequency and tremblance. You have water energy, and so you're made of so much water. Water receives tremblance and resonance and sound. So you either have a good vibration, positive energy, or bad energy, bad vibration that you're tuned into. The world was put into the hour of chaos, 1961, and pretty soon Janine Garofalo and the Beatniks were there. No, sorry, Janine. No, it wasn't Janine. It was the Beatniks were there. It was fucking David Hyde-Pierce. He was a full beatnik in the 60s and shit. And then he became Slideshow Bob and then put it away and became J.K. Rowling. I don't know. That's a Harry Potter indeed. Exactly, guys. But we do have a choice between Tulsa, Kamala, or AOC. So we got 3 Indians we can choose from. And each one's got a different thing to offer Vishnu. I love choose your own adventures and scratch and sniffs. I love scratch and sniffs and choose your own adventure stories. And talking like Rodney Dangerfield too. A little bit. Yeah, just spicing 10% Dangerfield in there. Even though I'm from Burbank, but I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque because I was trying to go to Pismo, not for the Madonna Horror House. It's just a motel, a kinky motel. But I was going there for the Western Cinnamon Roll Company, which are the best cinnamon rolls in the world because, well, I'm 1/72nd black, and so black people's steak is cinnamon rolls are like steak to black people, and I'm 1/72nd black. That's what made white Jesus cool. That's what made white Jesus cool. Is he was 1/72nd black. Anyway. That's the Son of Man. He's not white Jesus. They just painted white Jesus after him to confuse everyone. Twist the story up. See if you could read between the lines and shit. Yeah, you gotta read between the lines and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then there's the hitman guy. His name is Stephen S. Coleman. He's way into gematria, and he thinks he's the Christ, but he looks like Hitman at least. Anyway, Bleeding Gums Murphy hangs out at the McDonald's, and he rides a motorcycle and lives under the bridge. Yeah, Bleeding Gums Murphy, he's I hope so, brother. Yeah, I hope so. You know, old Bleeding Gums. All right, anyway, I think I saw Brad Pitt outside the 7-Eleven, but he was a full leprechaun that night. It was like the Brad Pitt who showed up to Thelma and Louise and shit. Yeah, Thelma and Louise, Brad Pitt showed up. Yeah, exactly. And he was sitting outside the 7-Eleven when I was having a battle with the leprechauns. Full pikeys. Yeah, full pikeys. They keep it real and shit. Yeah, they keep it real. Vanna is Sepulveda Wash and shit. Yeah, that real. Oh yeah, that reminds me, there's a trailer park and the Spanish Moors runs trailers. There's one guy there's Moors that run trailers. He believes he makes people white, black, and Asian. It's okay to sleep with your children. He doesn't raise these people. They're humans, they're not men. And anyways, he doesn't believe in man exist. He believes humans exist, and he believes in humanity. But he believes it's okay to sleep with your own daughter. And I think they're into eating people, too. I think he was into eating people, but he sells meth and ecstasy. That might just be the allegory of how he eats people. He eats them from within inside with poison. Anyway, so he's on Corbin over there. But then they run the trailer park over across Woodley Street where they have the rockets shoot up there. Yeah, the rockets launch. The U.S. Air National Drone Center the cricket grounds and the Springbok right there, and then there's a little gypsy trailer, and every week they move the trailers to one spot. I was conned there and brought from that park over to the other park, acting like the guy, he didn't know what he was doing, but I'm pretty sure, because the other guy came in with a club, like, the victim is here, get him. And he came in and he knew I wasn't the one to hit. Yeah, I wasn't the victim. He's like, this guy's a witness, he's not a victim, what the hell are you doing, you idiot? He's on our side. He's on everyone's side. Oh, shit. I'm on everyone's side. I wasn't on their side because but I wasn't, I wasn't afraid of them. I'm friends with everyone. I'm even friends with the enemy. I'm not afraid of death. And so they brought me in there, and the whole thing became a scared straight talk as the fucking lights got dark. We talked about religion until it kept me in a bullshit religious circular debate until all the lights were out, and then it was dark. And pitch black now on Corbin, and I'm in a black trailer full of skulls, or like fake ones, like Disneyland skulls, but they were on the entrance when you go in. This is the trailer of death. And then I get the thing, are you afraid of death? You ever been to prison? You ever seen the guy when he's cooking, he goes behind you? The guy had a knife in his hand as he's doing this. He's telling me I'm not awake, I'm not aware. I'm more focused on the knife than the bullshit coming out of his mouth. Exactly, I was well aware, but I wasn't afraid. I was ready to react properly. Yeah, I was ready to react properly. I told him the spider was digital, and their snake, I crush it, and their spider, I crush spiders and snakes. And they got it quiet. Their energy went, like at the park, the rollerblading day one day, some biker came in, and I made a joke with him, and some tweaker skater came over and got all crazy. Maybe he's not tweaking, maybe he's bipolar. Maybe he's one of them. But he kept getting all crazy until all the kids in the park gathered around, and it was like going crazy, and they're filming it, and it's like, and I just stood there, I was like talking calmly. I stayed calm the whole time until finally I was like ready to go. And then so I yelled back at him, but they all scattered. And he had his 3 friends, and they had their skateboards that kept coming behind me like they were going to swing. And I tell him, you ever seen a hockey fight where the guy on the skates kicks the fucking living shit out of the other guy? And you could actually fight pretty good on skates, You didn't realize that? Yeah. You don't know hockey players know how to fight on skates? And if I start moving around the skate park, then it's going to get even more dangerous if you get a hockey guy moving. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, yeah, what if I get your skateboard in my hand? Now I'm mobile and I got a skateboard. Oh, watch out for that one. Anyway, talk about joust. Anyway, so it was all bullshit. Tweaker. Devils. Infested with devils. They spice that shit with digital, something that receives hex bugs, parasites, germs, or hex bugs. They receive that wicked signal and transform that fear or wickedness through you. So there's like a whole thing with uncleanliness, but then it's not just what goes in you, it's like your practice too. But when they're on that, then they're getting the uncleanness thoughts to go with the unclean stuff they're putting in them. So even someone with the Lord, they could take that stuff, it's not going to hurt them. I took that stuff with Orlando at Silly's because they goaded me into doing it. But God said it was poison. I didn't even get high. And I took a big line too. But I gave him a line for the Bible before I took it. I said, it's not what goes in the body that makes one unclean, it's what comes out their heart. Because they were talking shit. And I was like, well, fuck you then. Let's show you what you got. Show them what you got. I thought it was cocaine. It wasn't. Anywho, it's 8:17 in the morning. I'm thirsty as shit. So there you go. Dogma, Avitar, The Fallen Angels, Resident Evil. Put through the fucking night. What do you think's going on, motherfuckers? Who's Harvey Levin? Oh. Yeast of the Pharaoh. He's the yeast. Harvey Levin is the yeast. The yeast of Hollywood is Harvey Levin. Just one bit of Harvey Levin ruined all of Hollywood. That's right. Started taking down all your favorite celebrities with dirt and scandals that weren't approved by the regular media. No, they weren't approved by CBS, these scandals, but TMZ broke them. And now the devil was bringing his dirt out into the public, and no one needed to see that. That dirt was supposed to be private. That's right, Harvey Levin, yeast of Hollywood, spoils the whole loaf, just like in the Bible, the leaven. Flatbread indeed, guys. Have your flatbread indeed, guys. That's right. Anyway, show your chest, Saskatchewanians. Let's see how hairy it is. Let's have a contest. The hairiest Saskatchewanian is named Sasquatch, and we give him a crown, a golden crown to match his Sasquatchian, his Sasquatchness, his man-squatch. Oh, man-squatch. There he is. Never mind. He sells soap on the internet. I found Sasquatch. No, it's Henry. Is it Henry? Oh, Henry. Henry Syed Shah. Oh, Henry. And the baby Ruth. Oh, these dirty fucking cocksuckers. You know, it's just disgusting. Because they were going backwards through time. And so Trident, Megget. Oh, it's too long. I got too much shit in here. This is like just, this was too on point, though. It's too on point. Anyways, Trident, Megget. The red capstone on top of the pillars. I said Lucifer when I first saw it, going into Megget. Then I saw the victims' names of 9/11. Earl Spencer, my manager, was the voice of Mickey Mouse when he was a female. Or that's his son, because they have the same face and same smile. Looks like they fucking photoshopped the picture. He's from Disney. She's from Disney. I found her by looking up David Weimers from Disney, who taught me how to do fucking computers at Finch Computer, Atticus Finch, To Kill a Mockingbird, 7700 Mockingbird Lane. I lived at 7700 Bluebell. The Bluebell of the ball was Jim Carrey. He was certainly the dumbest of all. Anyway. Dumb and Dumber. Dumbest. The least shall be greatest. So see that? Boom. You gotta get stupid, they said. You gotta get stupid, they said. John MacArthur. Christopher Plummer. Tinseltown. Emergency. DeSoto. Hashi Assassins. Ancient Assassin's Creed, Kane from the Old West, the Hashi, Colorless Asian, the Greys, Larry Ellison, Raz Azul, yes, Raz Azul, Larry Ellison, the Oracle. There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. But the storm was he took me up to San Francisco and I had to stay at the Hotel Corlasics, an Asian whorehouse. Well, it wasn't Asian, it was just run by Southeast Asians, like a good whorehouse should be. I mean, you go back to the founders if you're going to do something right, yeah. You want Texas barbecue, you get a Texan. One of the two Texans. You want Thai sticks, though, you get a Yukonanda. You get a Yukonanda to make you those things. But then you get a chocolate Thai Obama, and then you're going to need yoga pants to do yoga on dicks. To go Yogananda, it becomes Yoganandix, but that becomes yoga on dicks, and so all that shit from Kali, it was all bukkake, guys. It was a vampiric bukkake. Not to say that all things can't be used for good in its right place and right time, whatever. Maybe she was God's wife. She got turned out. I don't know. Anyway, she was supposed to supposed to know all the positions. She wrote them down and gave it to her, made it a religion, and that's when the world fell. Too much knowledge. Too much knowledge. Never too much knowledge. Never too much knowledge. It wasn't that. It's secrets and lies. Cheating on other people's wives. Coven. Sleeping with your neighbor's wife. And we eat that fruit every day. So show me who's guilty, right? Show me who's the guilty one. Tilda Swinton. Why? She's MGK, she's the rap devil, and she's the rap god Eminem. Damn! What if it was just the same worm inside a different Avatar Resident Evil suit, so the rap devil was the rap god? They never had that face-off. They never had that prolific face-off. But they could, though, because they have different worms that can go into that suit. And so that's why they need the Taint Diaries to keep track of who's wearing which bodysuit. Mrs. Taint Diaries looks like Sebastian Kurz. Pee Wee Herman looks like Ellen DeGeneres or Katie Lane. But she looks like Wayne Newton. That's when it starts to get weird. Why? Because she looked like a lady wearing a man's suit. Yeah, trying to pass. A man named Horace. He looks like a surfer from New Jersey to me. Follow that nose, Toucan Sam. Follow that nose, Toucan Sam. Jaguar. Bono. Akelupto Bono. Pancravi. Oh. Follow that camera, kid. Follow that camera. Aki. Kane. Kane made it to fucking North Shore. He was Kane also. Oh, tricky bastards. He was from Arizona. The land of the Phoenix. Or was it Tremors? Anyway, sorry.